Today, I'm going to show you how to launch your product on Reddit, because I get it. There is not many places where you can share your early stage product and get traction. And Reddit seems like a good place, but it's often misunderstood. It seems like a hostile place where people are banned for promoting their business. We got hated a lot on some launches, like a lot. And it's okay, it's just part of the game. But it doesn't have to be that case. You can do it right, and I'm going to show you how. The problem I often hear is that Reddit is a hostile place. And that's actually true. Reddit is not super friendly for self-promotion, and you have to be smart about how you launch your product there. I like to think about Reddit as a weekend-long conference. There are multiple talks, a lot of different people with different interests joining and signing up for these talks, and imagine you coming there with a sign, holding in your tool and being like, sign up for my product in the middle of the talk. Nobody would care and they would laugh. But if you are smart, if you are part of the community, you join the talk, you listen to the talk, and then you move with the people after the talk and grab a drink, and you start speaking with them, you start sharing that you are building something that might be interesting for them, you are likely to get signups. You have to be smart, you have to be part of the community. And that's the same with Reddit. Which means to launch your product successfully on Reddit, you have to be part of the community. You have to understand the subreddits, how they behave, what are their rules, and follow them. Essential part of Reddit are subreddits. It's what Reddit is built around. And there is subreddit literally for everything. So if you are into motorcycle adventures, there is a subreddit for you. If you are interested in personal finance, there is a subreddit for you. Which means there is also a subreddit with your target audience. And you can find it. How to figure out which subreddit is for you? Think about who is your target customer, what problem you are solving, and then reverse engineer this into where they might spend time. If you are running a podcast tool, just type into Google podcast subreddits and find top best subreddits for podcasters and join them. And also be creative, like think out of the box, you know, like podcasters are also audiophiles, right? So they love great audio and great audio quality. Join those subreddits as well. There's also a great tool called Find Related Subreddits, where you can type your subreddit that you found as first. So for me, it's going to be entrepreneur, and it will show me that Redditors of our entrepreneur also read subreddits like small business, startups, entrepreneur like ride along, marketing, e-commerce, passive income. And I can join all these subreddits. I think a good rule is to join more subreddits than less. And also a good tip is to create a custom feed. You can click here in the left corner, name it, for example, surf key. Here on the right side, you can add those subreddits you found. This creates a custom feed for me where I can scroll and don't have all the my other subreddits I joined around. And this is super helpful because you want to be part of those communities. This is the building block of launching and growing your product on Reddit. You have to understand how each community behaves. What are the rules? What people love there and what people hate? What posts are doing the best and what people don't like generally. There are also specific rules for each subreddit that you should learn and read through. It's also important to start commenting on others' posts as well as posting, not your product launch. This is because you need to build up karma upfront, as some subreddits actually require to have a subreddit specific karma before you can comment or post. Moderators are deciding if your post is just self-promotion without actually you participating in the subreddit, or if you are a part of subreddit with a lot of karma, now sharing something relevant for the rest of the community. For example, when we were launching our live streaming software, VLive, I just took a photo of myself pointing at the software with a paper with our Twitch on it, so the Redditors can see that it was made for the subreddit with my face smiling to catch attention. And it did quite well. It got almost 500 signups, but then it was removed by moderators. Actually, this story is quite interesting because you can't self-promote your products on our Twitch. So we reached out to the moderators and asked them, after being part of the community, if we can post our tool there because it's for free and it can be helpful for people who are streaming on Twitch. They agreed with it and we posted together with them. It was flagged as mod approved ad.
2 hours later.
But it got so much hate from the community. It got a lot of upvotes, but also a lot of downvotes and a lot of hate in the comments that like how the mods can approve such a stupid self-promotion here that actually it in the end got taken down. This is part of the game. Be prepared for this. A really important thing that we learned is that you have to craft each post for each subreddit, because each subreddit has its own rules and ways you can post, as well as what people like there. Provide value. If it makes sense, really provide value. Take time to put effort in your post. Follow the rules. Like, there are rules in the sidebar in each subreddit, and you should follow them. Or at least try to play them, but you haven't heard that from me. Few tips that worked for us. Sharing face, smiling face. It catches attention. Reddit is generally anonymous, so a face always catches an attention. Holding a paper with the subreddit name to show that you are really making this post for that subreddit. Taking time and writing a really extensive, valuable piece of content for the given subreddit, and then plug in your product blog post at the end or in the middle. So it's giving the post more context, but it doesn't seem like a self-promotion. Being super active after you post. There will be comment coming in, hating you, loving you, enjoying your tool, hating your tool. Be part of it. Take it as it goes. Like, take it as it is. Reply honestly, in a good manner. Take bad criticism well. Listen to the Redditors. It's a good feedback. But also keep in mind, the Redditors are sometimes not your users. So their hate feedback is not necessarily the best feedback to build your product around. Another way around this sometimes is to reach out to the moderators. If you are part of the community, if you are posting good stuff and you reach out to mods being like, hey, I built this tool, I think it can be really helpful, it's free, or there is a free plan that's still very valuable, can I post this with your permission? And you can actually get the permission from the mod. We experienced this multiple times, and sometimes even the mods, they are doing their own posts that they automatically post to people's frequent questions, and they start to mention you because they see that you are actually trying to help and be part of the community. Okay, now, when to post. I think people are really trying to game the machine, the algorithm, when to post. They're always trying to come up with hacks, how to get more views. We don't do that. We haven't found it to be that influential. I think a lot better approach is to just post more often, different types of content that are valuable. But if you want to do this, you can do it either your own way. There is a little indication how many people are online right now, or you can use tools like SocialRise subreddit analysis, which shows you for each specific subreddit what times and what days is the subreddit most active. 1 out of 10 launches will take off. You'll get a lot of views and it will bring a lot of relevant users. All in all, it's important to be part of the communities. It's important to be authentic and honest with other editors and always provide value. And then launch, specifically for the subreddit, a post that will do well in that subreddit. Good luck, let me know how it went.